First contact and deception. The massive view screen aboard the United Earth Defense Command Station Artemis displayed what everyone hoped would be humanity's greatest moment. Commander Sarah Chen stood at attention, her weathered face illuminated by the soft blue glow of approaching alien vessels. The Nexari ships moved with impossible grace, their crystalline hulls refracting starlight in ways that seemed to defy physics itself. First contact protocols are in effect, announced Dr. Maya Patel, the station's chief xenolinguist. Her dark eyes remained fixed on the intricate patterns of light pulsing across the alien vessel's hulls. Initial translations suggest peaceful intentions, but Lieutenant James Torres, head of tactical operations, noticed something others missed. The formation of the Nexari ships, while appearing ceremonial, created a perfect tactical grid around Earth's primary defense platforms. His military training screamed that this was no coincidence. The Nexari ambassador's hologram materialized in the station's conference room, a being of pure energy contained within a crystalline frame. "We come seeking alliance," it announced in perfectly synthesized English. "Your species has shown remarkable potential." Dr. Patel's translation matrix worked overtime, analyzing not just the words, but the subtle variations in energy patterns emanating from the ambassador's form. She had developed the system using quantum computing to detect nuances in alien communication that traditional methods might miss. "Ambassador," Commander Chen responded diplomatically, "humanity is honored by your presence." But as she spoke, she discreetly activated a subcutaneous communications implant, sending encrypted messages to Earth's defense grid. Something about this felt wrong. The Nexari presented gifts, advanced technology, medical breakthroughs, promises of interstellar travel. World leaders celebrated what they saw as humanity's invitation to join a galactic community. Few noticed how quickly the Nexari established bases on Earth's moon, or how their ships always seemed to be scanning Earth's military installations. Dr. Patel worked through sleepless nights, her quantum translation matrix detecting increasingly disturbing patterns in Nexari communications. "Commander," she finally reported, her voice tight with concern, "I've decoded their actual intentions. The words they speak mean one thing, but the energy patterns beneath, they're cataloging us, assessing our weaknesses." Lieutenant Torres had already prepared for this possibility. In secret, he had been coordinating with military installations worldwide, developing contingency plans that seemed paranoid until now. "Their ships are positioned to neutralize our orbital defenses in a single strike," he reported. "But we've been feeding them false data about our capabilities." The deception was revealed during what was supposed to be a ceremonial demonstration of Nexari technology. As their ships powered up their demonstration weapons, Commander Chen gave the order that would change history. "Execute Protocol Prometheus." Earth's apparent vulnerability had been an elaborate ruse. Hidden defense platforms emerged from underground bases, quantum-shielded satellites activated, and experimental weapons that had been disguised as civilian infrastructure powered up. The Nexari's first strike found not the helpless planet they expected, but a world bristling with defensive capabilities they hadn't detected. "You underestimated humanity," Commander Chen broadcast on all frequencies as Earth's defense grid activated. "That was your first mistake." The Nexari ambassador's hologram flickered with what might have been surprise. "Impossible. Our scans showed primitive defense capabilities." "We showed you what we wanted you to see," Dr. Patel replied, her translation matrix now broadcasting in perfect Nexari energy patterns. "Humanity has survived countless attempts at extinction. Did you think we wouldn't be prepared for this?" The battle that followed would be remembered as humanity's first victory against an advanced alien species. The Nexari's technological superiority meant nothing against human ingenuity and preparation. What they saw as primitive technology had been carefully crafted deception, hiding quantum innovations and defensive capabilities that rivaled their own. As the Nexari fleet retreated, leaving behind disabled ships and shattered plans of conquest, Commander Chen addressed her crew. Today, we proved something that humanity has always known. It's not the strength of our weapons that makes us formidable, but the strength of our will to survive. The first battle was over, but Earth's defenders knew this was just the beginning. Humanity had revealed its true capabilities, and the galaxy would never be the same. The message was clear: underestimate humans at your own risk. The Mars Defense. The red dust storms of Mars concealed more than just the landscape. Colonel Marcus Rivera stood in the underground command center of Olympus Base, watching real-time holographic projections of the approaching Nexuri fleet. Their defeat at Earth had made them desperate, angry, and now they sought to prove their superiority by crushing humanity's Mars colonies. 17 capital ships detected, reported Dr. Kira Yoshida, the base's senior systems engineer. Her fingers danced across holographic interfaces, monitoring the web of sensors hidden beneath Mars' rusty surface. They're deploying what appears to be atmospheric modification technology. The Nexuri strategy was clear: transform Mars' atmosphere into something toxic to human life, forcing a quick surrender of the colonies. What they didn't know was that humans had prepared for this possibility long before first contact. Activate Project Sandstorm, Rivera ordered. Throughout the vast Martian plains, thousands of seemingly abandoned mining rigs suddenly hummed to life. What the Nexuri had dismissed as primitive resource extraction equipment was actually part of an intricate defensive network. Dr. Yoshida's eyes widened as she monitored the system's activation. The quantum entanglement network is stable. Every mining rig is now linked to our defense grid. She paused, allowing herself a small smile. They have no idea what they're walking into. The Nexuri ships descended through the thin Martian atmosphere with mathematical precision, their energy weapons charging for what they assumed would be a swift victory. The first sign that something was wrong came when their atmospheric modification devices failed to activate. They're trying to recalibrate, reported Lieutenant Anna Silva from her tactical station. Their sensors are detecting something they can't explain. The mining rigs, powered by experimental quantum technology, were generating a field that disrupted the Nexuri's sophisticated equipment. Colonel Rivera activated the base's communication system. To the Nexuri fleet: you were warned after your defeat at Earth. Mars is under humanity's protection. Withdraw now. The response came in the form of energy weapons fire, but the beams dispersed harmlessly against invisible barriers. The mining rigs weren't just jamming their technology. They were converting the Nexuri's own energy weapons into power for Mars' defensive systems. Now, Rivera commanded, show them why you don't underestimate human colonists. Across the Martian surface, the real defense system activated. What appeared to be natural rock formations revealed themselves as weapon platforms. Ordinary communication towers transformed into quantum disruption arrays. Even the famous Martian dust itself had been seeded with microscopic drones that could interfere with Nexuri systems. Dr. Yoshida's quantum network coordinated everything with precise timing. Their ships are losing power, she reported. The dust is infiltrating their systems, and our mining rigs are draining their energy reserves. The Nexuri responded with increasingly desperate tactics, but each attempt was met with a countermeasure they couldn't have anticipated. Humanity had turned Mars itself into a weapon, using the planet's harsh environment against their attackers. Lieutenant Silva watched as the largest Nexuri vessel attempted to breach Olympus Base's defenses directly. They're trying to locate our command center, she announced, attempting to bypass our quantum interference. Let them come closer, Rivera ordered, his voice calm. As the massive ship descended, dozens of hidden silos opened in the Martian soil. But instead of conventional weapons, they released swarms of automated drones, each smaller than a human hand. The drones carried specialized quantum disruptors, technology developed specifically to exploit weaknesses in Nexuri shielding. The alien ship's defenses, designed to repel powerful energy weapons, proved useless against these tiny attackers. The drones burrowed into their hull, disrupting systems from within. Within minutes, the mighty vessel was dead in the Martian sky. Message from Earth Command. Silva reported. They're tracking multiple Nexeri ships retreating from the solar system. We did it. Mars held. Colonel Rivera nodded, but his expression remained serious. We've won this battle, but the Nexeri won't stop here. They'll be back, and next time they'll be better prepared. So will we, Dr. Yoshida replied, already analyzing data from the encounter. Every engagement teaches us more about their technology, their tactics. We're learning, adapting, just as we've always done. As the dust settled on the Martian surface, humanity had proved once again that technological superiority alone wasn't enough to guarantee victory. The colonies had survived not through overwhelming force, but through innovation, preparation, and the creative use of their environment. The Nexeri had come expecting to find vulnerable colonies ripe for conquest. Instead, they discovered that humans don't just survive in hostile environments. They learn to turn those very environments into their strongest defense. Mars wasn't just humanity's first interplanetary colony anymore. It was now a symbol of their determination to protect their presence among the stars. Europa's last stand. Deep beneath Europa's icy surface, Research Station Hydra hummed with nervous energy. The massive underwater facility, built to study the Moon's vast liquid ocean, had become humanity's most vital defensive position in the outer solar system. Dr. Aisha Roman, the station's lead quantum physicist, studied the readings from their deep space sensors with growing concern. They're adapting, she announced to Station Commander David Chen. The Nexeri ships are using some form of quantum shielding that our previous countermeasures won't affect. The defeat at Mars had taught them not to underestimate human ingenuity, but it had also driven them to evolve their technology at an unprecedented rate. Commander Chen nodded grimly. Then we'll have to show them that humans can adapt too. He turned to Dr. Viktor Petrov, the station's oceanographic expert. How soon can we implement Project Leviathan? Petrov's eyes gleamed with anticipation. The quantum resonance arrays are already in position throughout Europa's ocean. We just need the enemy to get close enough. The station's systems engineer, Lieutenant Zora Wong, monitored the approaching Nexeri fleet. 35 ships detected, significantly more than they sent to Mars. They're positioning themselves for a full orbital bombardment. What the Nexeri didn't realize was that Europa's seemingly hostile environment, its thick ice shell and deep alien ocean, was about to become humanity's greatest asset. For months, the research station had been more than just a scientific outpost. It had been preparing for this moment. The first Nexeri attack came as a concentrated energy burst designed to pierce Europa's ice shell and expose the human facility beneath. The ice cracked and shattered exactly as they intended, but this was all part of humanity's plan. Activate the quantum resonance arrays, Commander Chen ordered. Throughout Europa's vast ocean, hidden devices began to pulse with energy. The Moon's liquid water, already naturally conductive, had been seeded with specially engineered quantum particles that responded to these pulses. Dr. Raman watched as her theories came to life on a massive scale. The ocean itself is becoming a quantum computer, she explained, her voice filled with wonder. Every drop of water is now part of our defense network. The Nexeri's second attack encountered something they had never seen before, water that behaved with apparent intelligence. Their energy weapons were absorbed, redirected, and in some cases, turned back against them by the quantum-enhanced ocean itself. They're trying to adapt their shields, Lieutenant Wong reported, but they can't predict what they don't understand. The quantum state of the ocean is constantly changing. Commander Chen smiled. Launch the Hydra drones. From beneath the broken ice, swarms of biomechanical drones emerge. Designed to mimic Europa's native marine life, they move through the quantum-enhanced water with perfect efficiency, their organic components making them nearly invisible to Nexeri sensors. The alien fleet, prepared for conventional warfare, found themselves fighting an ocean that seemed alive with hostile intelligence. Their energy weapons were useless, their advanced sensors confused by the quantum fluctuations throughout Europa's sea, and their ships were being systematically disabled by creatures they couldn't detect. Dr. Petrov monitored the ocean's conditions with professional pride. The quantum resonance is stable. The entire moon has become one interconnected defense system. What had started as research into Europa's unique properties had evolved into the most sophisticated planetary defense ever created. A massive Nexari warship, frustrated by their failure to penetrate the defense, attempted to land on the broken ice. It was their final mistake. The quantum-enhanced water surged upward, guided by the resonance arrays, and flash froze around the vessel's hull. Within seconds, the mighty ship was encased in ice that was far more than frozen water. It was a quantum prison that drained their power and corrupted their systems. Message from the Nexari command ship, Lieutenant Wong announced. They're requesting terms for withdrawal. The victory was complete, but Dr. Raman was already looking ahead. We've proved something important here, she said. It's not about matching their technology. It's about using our understanding of natural phenomena in ways they never imagined possible. Commander Chen agreed. Humanity has always thrived by adapting to and utilizing our environment, no matter how hostile it seemed. The Nexari see Europa as a frozen wasteland with a hidden human base. We showed them it's much more. It's a weapon, a shield, and a testament to human ingenuity. As the Nexari fleet retreated, leaving behind their ice-encased warship as an unintended monument, the staff of Research Station Hydra knew they had changed the nature of space warfare forever. They had proved that humanity's greatest strength wasn't in building bigger weapons, but in understanding and harnessing the natural forces around them. The battle for Europa marked a turning point in the war. The Nexari had finally learned that defeating humans wasn't just about overwhelming force or advanced technology. It was about outsmarting a species that had survived and thrived by turning every environment, every challenge, into an opportunity. The Quantum Gambit. The Lunar Quantum Research Facility was humanity's best-kept secret. Hidden beneath the moon's Tycho crater, its vast underground laboratories housed the most advanced scientific minds on and off Earth. Dr. Sophia Chen, quantum computing pioneer, stood before a holographic display that showed the impossible, a completely new form of quantum manipulation. The Nexari's technology is based on predictable quantum states, she explained to Admiral James Martinez, who had traveled from Earth specifically for this demonstration. But we've discovered something they never considered possible. The Admiral watched as complex equations and simulations danced through the air. Explain it to me in simple terms, Doctor. What makes this different from our current quantum systems? Dr. Yuki Tanaka, the facility's lead engineer, stepped forward. Traditional quantum computing, including Nexari systems, relies on maintaining stable quantum states. We've created something that thrives on quantum chaos. The project they called Prometheus wasn't just a weapon or a defense system. It was a fundamental reimagining of how quantum physics could be applied to warfare. The inspiration had come from studying data collected during the battles at Mars and Europa, combined with decades of human theoretical physics. The Nexari's weakness, Sophia continued, is their reliance on predictability. Their quantum systems are incredibly powerful, but they function within expected parameters. We've created something that breaks all those rules. In a sealed testing chamber, they demonstrated their breakthrough. A miniature version of a Nexari shield, reverse-engineered from captured technology, hummed with energy. When they activated Prometheus, the shield didn't just fail, it ceased to exist in any meaningful way. Admiral Martinez leaned forward, his military mind already seeing the implications. You're not just disrupting their technology. You're changing the fundamental rules they operate on. Exactly, Dr. Tanaka confirmed. But that's only the beginning. Watch this. He initiated the second phase of the demonstration. The quantum field generated by Prometheus began to adapt and evolve in real time, creating patterns that even its creators couldn't predict. The facility's quantum AI specialist, Dr. Maya Patil, monitored the test results. It's beautiful, really. We're not fighting against their quantum technology. We're teaching our systems to rewrite the quantum laws in localized spaces. It's like changing the rules of physics itself, but only in specific areas we choose. The implications were staggering. Every piece of Nexari technology relied on quantum principles that were about to become obsolete. But implementing this on a large scale presented enormous challenges. The power requirements are immense, Sophia acknowledged. We can't generate enough energy on the moon to power more than a few small-scale devices. That's when Admiral Martinez revealed the true scope of humanity's preparation. That's why we built these. He activated a classified display showing massive solar arrays hidden on Mercury's dark side. Project Helios. Enough power to rewrite the quantum laws across the entire solar system, if necessary. Dr. Patel's eyes widened. You've been planning this since before the first Nexari attack. You knew we'd need something game-changing. Humanity has survived this long by being prepared, the Admiral replied. And by never stopping our pursuit of knowledge, even in peacetime. While they saw us as primitive, we were laying the groundwork for this moment. The next phase of testing pushed Prometheus to its limits. They simulated increasingly complex scenarios, each time watching as their creation adapted and evolved. The quantum field it generated could protect human technology, while simultaneously unraveling the quantum foundations of Nexari systems. There's something poetic about this, Sophia observed. They came here believing their understanding of the universe was superior. But we're about to show them that the laws of physics themselves are more complex than they imagined. Dr. Tanaka nodded. Human science has always been about questioning assumptions, pushing boundaries. We don't just accept the rules, we figure out how to change them. As the team refined their breakthrough, preparing it for full deployment, Admiral Martinez received an urgent communication from Earth Defense Command. The Nexari are gathering their forces for one final assault, he announced. They're bringing everything they have. Sophia looked at her fellow scientists, then at the quantum miracle they had created. Good, she said firmly. Let them come. It's time to show them what happens when you push humanity to its intellectual limits. The Prometheus project represented more than just a technological advancement. It was proof that humanity's greatest weapon had always been its ability to think beyond conventional boundaries, to question fundamental assumptions about how the universe worked. As the facility buzzed with final preparations, Dr. Patel summed up what they had achieved. The Nexari thought they were dealing with a primitive species that had barely mastered spaceflight. Instead, they forced us to make breakthroughs that will change our understanding of physics forever. The quantum gambit was ready. Now all that remained was to spring the trap when the Nexari launched their final attack. The laws of physics themselves were about to become humanity's most powerful ally in the war for survival. Operation Starfall, the vast expanse between Mars and Jupiter, became humanity's chosen battleground. Fleet Admiral Sarah Chen, now commanding the combined Earth Defense Force from the bridge of the EDS Prometheus, watched as her tactical display showed the largest Nexari fleet yet assembled entering the solar system. 317 capital ships, reported Captain Marcus Rivera, promoted after his successful defense of Mars. They're deploying in attack formations we haven't seen before. Dr. Sophia Chen, the quantum physicist behind the Prometheus project, stood beside her sister, the Admiral. They've modified their quantum shielding, she observed, studying the sensor readings. They think they've prepared for everything we've thrown at them before. But they haven't seen what we can really do, Admiral Chen replied. Status of Project Helios. Lieutenant Commander Aisha Rahman's voice came through from her station on Mercury. Solar arrays at full capacity. Quantum energy grid is stable and ready for activation on your command. The human fleet seemed absurdly small in comparison to the Nexari Armada, just 50 ships spread across strategic positions. But appearances had always been humanity's greatest deception in this war. The Nexari Supreme Commander's transmission was broadcast across all frequencies. Your resistance ends today. Surrender now, and your species may yet survive as our subjects. Admiral Chen's response was calm and measured. You still don't understand what you're dealing with. This is your final warning. Leave our solar system, or face the consequences. The necessary answer came in the form of energy weapons fire, a massive barrage that would have annihilated traditional defenses. But humanity was done playing by traditional rules. Initiate Operation Starfall, Chen commanded. All ships, activate Prometheus protocols. Across the solar system, hidden quantum transmitters powered up. The massive solar arrays on Mercury pulsed with gathered energy. Dr. Sophia Chen watched as her life's work was implemented on a scale that dwarfed their lunar tests. The effects were immediate and spectacular. The space around the human fleet seemed to ripple and distort as fundamental quantum laws were locally rewritten. Necessary energy weapons dissipated harmlessly into artificial quantum states that shouldn't have been possible. Their shields are failing, Captain Rivera reported with professional satisfaction. They can't maintain quantum coherence within our disruption field. But the Nexari weren't finished. Their ships began to adapt, attempting to compensate for the changing quantum landscape. That's when humanity revealed its second surprise. Launch the hybrid drones, Admiral Chen ordered. Thousands of small craft emerged from hidden positions throughout the asteroid belt. Based on technology developed for Europa's defense, these drones combined organic components with quantum-enhanced systems, making them virtually invisible to Nexari sensors. Dr. Raman's voice came through again. Quantum grid is stable. Expanding field effect now.